going deeper. You got me falling for you, got me falling for you.
Hi, my name is Ivana. Welcome to Age of Articulation. This is going to be a general collective reading. It's going to be 18 plus, so if you're under 18, please click off now. It's going to be a reading about what kind of sexual energy do you exude or radiate to others. There's going to be 3 piles. Pile 1 is going to be this pyramid right here. So this is for pile 1. Pile 2 is going to be this gold lion here. That's for pile 2. And pile 3 is going to be this owl made out of volcanic ash from St. Helena. Pile 3. Okay, so if you chose pile 1, this is your reading. Okay, pile 1. What kind of sexual energy do you exude, pile 1? Okay, interesting. Okay, I'm hearing dominant sexual energy. So you've got a powerful sexual energy. I think that when you walk in the room, people feel your dominance. It's felt and understood. You have an authoritative energy to you. And I think people really like that. You come off as a straight shooter. You're very direct. And I think that's a part of your seductive style that people really like. You come off as somebody that knows what they want, that takes action. Yeah, interesting. Okay, very interesting. Okay, so we've got the Empress here and the Queen of Pentacles. So you could be a Libra, you could be an Earth sign here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but you could just be exuding these types of qualities. So with the Empress here, you come off very mature, evolved. You come off as somebody that's grown, that knows what they need, that's mature, that has boundaries, that knows how to communicate with other people. With the Queen of Pentacles, you come off very stable, successful. You could have a career. You could be somebody that other people look up to. You could be a mentor to other people. You could be a boss ass bitch. I'm getting business vibes off this. So you could be like, I'm hearing top of your field. So you could really be like in a position of power. And I'm hearing power is a very strong theme for you sexually. So this is something that, yeah, with Queen of Wands, you definitely radiate a very attractive energy that really draws people to you. So it's funny, you can actually have quite easy time getting people, and like not, it's funny, I get this vibe that you don't even have to try, that you don't even have to pursue people, that they just like come to you, because you've got such a magnetic energy. But I think that you do still enjoy pursuing, and that and actually I think that you enjoy mysterious people because of that, because you like to be the one that pursues. Yeah, with the 3 of Cups here, you've also got a really fun sexual energy. You come off really playful. You come off as a flirt. And so I think people naturally feel really comfortable in your energy. You know how to disarm people with charm. And it's something that you're not trying to do. It just comes really naturally to you. I think it's because you're really connected to your inner child. And as I'm talking about it, I almost can't help but smile. So I think that people can't help but smile in your presence. And I think that's part of your sexual energy and what makes you so charismatic for people. With the Death card here too, even while you're fun though, you could still have like a really powerful impact on people. Yeah. Whenever my nose is itchy, that's a big indicator. With the Knight of Pentacles here too, you actually take things slow. You take things slow and you're really practical. And I think that's part of what people like about you. I'm hearing strategic. Your strategy is what people really like about you. You're like a chess master. You're always 3 steps ahead, right? And I think you appreciate this about yourself. Other people appreciate this about you. People can see the gears grinding in your head. And I think especially for like a sapiosexual, you're just like, you do it for that type of a person. I'm sorry, I'm getting like multiple things, but I think the overall thing is like this Don Juan type of energy. You could be a masculine, you could have a masculine energy. You could just be very charming in a way that both men and women would find you very attractive. So you could find both sexes gravitating towards you quite easily. Okay, with that too, I want to go towards the Pride deck, which I think like makes a lot of sense given the masculine energy. You could be somebody that is in the LGBTQIA plus community, so that's possible. With the Empress here again, I mean, man, you are powerful. You really come off grown again. I mean, you really just come off like somebody that's in their power, magnetic. When you walk into a room, all eyes are on you. The spotlight really shines on you. But again, you still have this like dominant energy. And so I think that it is intimidating for people, even though I'm also getting like this like mother nature vibe of like you're nourishing, you're nurturing, you're loving, you're caring, you're kind, you're warm. You know, you've got those great qualities, those great feminine qualities, but you're also just a powerhouse when you walk into a room. I mean, you just boom, you make an impact. And so I think it's intimidating, and I think it's so funny because I almost get this sense that like you try to minimize your power because you're like, why is everyone so scared of me? Or like, I'm so like, you're like, I think I'm being kind. Why is everyone like backing away from me? And it's like kind of sad because it's almost like, no, like your power is beautiful and it's strong and it's like really impressive, but that's also why people will shy away from it, because you have to remember, like, for some people that is threatening and that has nothing to do with you. And so there's something here about remembering that. And I think that you do remember that, and you just need reminders sometimes of like who the fuck you are. I think sometimes you forget. Because you're the fucking Empress. So don't forget that. Okay. And let's go into the Menorah deck. Let's go into Menorah and see what else about your sexual energy. Okay, contracts. Contracts. So again, I'm getting this big boss energy. You sign things. You sign lots of contracts. It's funny, I'm almost getting the vibe of like you're smiling smugly while I'm saying this. Yeah, so you could be somebody like you're powerful and you know it, like you're a decision maker. And you might even like sign like a pay, like I know probably you're not literally signing people's paychecks, but like that's the idea. Like you have direct reports, you have people that report to you. You could work in property management, you could own property, that could be something that you're interested in doing. Something like that. And I got Germany. So you could want to own property in Europe. There could be something about that, about wanting to own property. Same. I want to own property in Europe. Okay. Interesting. Oh, how fun. Okay. 7 of Water. Man, have you got options. Your power, and what's so interesting about you is you make people like fantasize. You make people fantasize. And I think what's interesting is some people are like this person that's watching this, I mean, like just stalking you, all eyes on you. Other people fantasize about you stalking them. They want to be the object of your affection. They are like, it's almost like it's a privilege. Like it's a privilege if you shine your light on someone. That is like, that makes someone feel really good if they get your attention. And so there's something about like wanting to be pursued by you, especially if you are in a masculine energy yourself. Otherwise, I do get the feeling that people sorry, I am actually getting a little creepy now. If you're in a really feminine energy, you could find actually that you have quite a bit of stalkers, and to be careful. I actually just got a message to put your shit on private, which is actually making me want to put my shit on private. But yeah, so yeah, there's something here about like watch it, because like you really are in the spotlight. You do have a ton of eyes on you, and there's a lot of fantasies about you, so you could feel a lot of pulling in your energy. You could feel like there's just people all up in your shit all the time. So you could want to make it a practice to clear your energy quite a bit, if that's where you're at here. Okay, let's get more. Let's get more in your sexual energy that you radiate and exude here. Spicy. Queen of Swords. I mean, I resonate with the Queen of Swords. So this can be a feminine air sign. So the Queen of Swords is a fascinating energy. She's witty, she's charming, she's got that banter for days. You know she's great at? She's great at the flirt roast. You know, the teasing, like, kind of subtly putting you down, but like, you know, it's a flirt and she knows she can get away with it, and that's hot. Like, there's just that you're good at that. You're really good at that. And I think you know it. I think you know you have a way with words. You're a wordsmith. You're really good at that. And it comes without trying. It just flows out of you. It's natural. The other thing is that people find really attractive about you is that you can cut with your words. So you're that person that, like, you'll say like that line that everyone's like, oh, like, you're that person. You're that person. And there's something so attractive about that, about your assertiveness and your ability to stand up for yourself and others and to protect the underdog. There's something that people really enjoy about that with you. Okay. Let's see what else we've got there. All right. Okay, we have the 8 of Earth and the 7 of Fire at the bottom of the deck. But the 8 of Earth here, so this, okay, now I'm getting at work. So in the workplace especially, for whatever reason, your power comes off very sensual. So there could be a lot of people actually that are this is funny. I'm getting a lot of people who are obsessed with you at work. So there could be a lot of people crushing on you at your workplace. And this could be because of you have like a siren type of energy, right? So if you are like a redhead even especially, you could have like a very siren, seductive energy about you that really draws people into you. I heard like feminine charm or power. Like, you've just got that siren call. And I am getting kind of a split here too between people that are more on the masculine end and people that are more on the feminine end, although of course we can flow between and through all those spaces. But yeah, I am getting a little bit of that difference there, where you could find that, like, if you are a more masculine type, that the like sirens of the office or the people that are more like sensual or whatever are hitting on you the most. Like, you get hit on the most. But here's what I think is also really hot about you. Here's like what I'm getting, and I personally think this is really hot. Okay, so you're the type of person that you are not fazed by attention. So you are not fazed by attention. You don't need validation from other people. You validate yourself. Your confidence is quite genuine. And that's where your power comes from. But because you are not thirsty for attention, it really shines through, and people are thirsty for your attention because of that. Because it's clear that, like, you don't care. Like, I've always explained it as the vibe of, like, you could walk into a room filled with really hot naked people and just be like, cool. Like, you wouldn't like leer and be creepy or like super thirsty. Like, you just be like, nice, you know? Like, you can appreciate people like a beautiful work of art because you have that like possessed sense of self. It doesn't come from a place of need. Your sensuality, your sexuality doesn't come from a place of need. And so it's really organic and pure in that way, and it comes through. And people really enjoy that about you. Ooh, I really liked your reading. Okay, fun. All right, pile one, that was your reading. Let me know what you think down below. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Love you. Okay, now let's do pile two. So pile two, if you chose the gold lion here with pile two, let's see about your sexual energy. I'm just going to organize a little bit here, and we're going to get to whisper. Okay, I'm getting something. Whisper willow. Willow whisper. Random. Okay. Whisper willow. Willow whisper. Okay, so that could have a relevance for somebody. I actually don't know. Willow whisper. Is that a song? Willow. I know Willow's an artist. Does she have a song called Whisper? I don't know. Okay, so yeah, so there's something with that. So let me know down below in the comments. I'm curious about that, if you know what that's about, if you resonate with that. Okay, we're getting a few things here. Oh my god. Okay. So, we've got the Fool and we've got Six of Fire. Okay. So, what is hot about you is your devil may care nature. You're adventurous. I'm getting adrenaline junkie. I think you're an athletic person. I think you're a person that loves to do risky things. I think you're a person that likes to grab life by the horns. With the Six of Fire here, talking about grabbing life by the horns, am I right? With the Six of Fire here, you're a winner. That's how people see you. You could just be very good at what you do, and you're natural at a lot of things. I think you pick things up quickly. I think you win at things. I think you're competitive naturally. I think you're a go-getter. I think that you excel at a lot of things, and people really enjoy that about you. You're very ambitious. It's hot. There's something very go about your energy. And I'm getting now Energizer Bunny. So even if you're not like an athlete physically, you have this stamina mentally where you can just go. At work, it's like you're zoned in, you're focused, you're a powerhouse. And people know that about you and they're very impressed by that. I'm hearing now human computer. So you are somebody that can like really crunch the numbers. You can get analytical too. So there's something really cool about that, especially if you are like a hybrid where like you are very outdoorsy, you're athletic, you're adventurous, but then like you code, right? Like there's something cool about that. Like there's something cool about you've got this juxtaposition in your personality. You've got sides to you that people wouldn't expect. And I think that's what's really cool about you. With the Fool, it's also like you're always reinventing yourself. I think you're somebody that always has a new hobby. I think you get bored easily, but that's cool about you. People really like that. That you always have something new to talk about. You're always doing something new. Yeah, and now I'm getting somebody that's really into fantasy. So you could have a lot of really varied interests in fantasy and connect with people on that level. I'm getting now character development. You might have a real knack for character development, for understanding what makes people tick. Now I'm getting kind of on an autistic mind. You can be a savant. So you could be somebody that really is an observer. You see people. You genuinely see people and their intentions. You have a great ability to read people. And I think that is another thing that people really like about you. You have an intensity to you. And I think that is part of going back to the adrenaline rush thing. That's part of why you chase that intensity, because you need that intensity. It's a passion of yours to push yourself to these extremes, and I think people notice that about you, and it's not common. And so I think it's really fascinating for people. Like I'm even like really fascinated by your energy, trying to hold on to it. I think you're very elusive to people. I think people might even have a hard time keeping track of what you say or do sometimes, which might leave you feeling a little bit alienated. But just know that you're very interesting to people, though. You're very complex. You're like a puzzle to people. But what's funny is I don't think you share a ton either. I don't think it's like you have so many cool, interesting experiences and takes on things and insights that would like really blow people's minds, but you don't share them. That might make you even emotional, actually. But you don't share them for some reason. And I think people know that. Like people know that you have this wealth of knowledge from your experiences, because how could you not? You've lived such an interesting life. Some of you also have a difficult background. You could have had difficulties in school, legal difficulties, things like that. You've waded through darkness. And I think that has also added a real depth to your character, where you've had to befriend your shadow, because there were times in your life where you were the only person that you had. And I think people recognize that strength, and people recognize, whether or not you know that, other people see that in you. And I think they find that really attractive. very, very attractive about you. And especially now I'm getting to like nurturer types. So you could be the type that really draws in like nurturer, caregiver types because they just want to know about you. They want to take care of you. They want to be let in. Because another thing about you, and I know we've only drawn 2 cards. I mean, your energy is just like, I feel like I could just pull and pull and pull and pull and just never stop. There's so much to get from you. And I think people know that. Also, don't feel bad if some people can't handle that, because I don't think that, if anything, those people, I think a lot of those people are even jealous or like genuinely just like don't have the capacity to handle what you've got going, because you are truly a really complex person. You've got so many layers to you, because I've pulled 2 cards and I've talked for like, I don't even know how long now. Off of 2 cards. So let me move on. You're a fascinating person, pile 2. Okay, so let's go here. All right, and let's see what this has to say about your sexual energy. You're intense. Your energy, people like it though. People like it. You probably get people that are like cheerful or bubbly, because they're like, ooh. They're like, ooh. I get it, because I'm like that. I like to get all up in to people that are like that. The devil. Talk about intensity now. Okay, so you've got a high sex drive. Am I right? Yeah, you've got a high sex drive. And people can feel it coming off you. It could be a burden. You could struggle. I'm sorry, friend. You could struggle with this. You could genuinely struggle with your sex drive. And you know what? It's that creativity that's in you. You have an artist's soul. You have an artist's soul. Wow, you're passionate. People love that about you. They can feel the passion coming off of you. There's this magnetic draw that pulls people in. I think you're very connected to your sacral, your kundalini energy, that's like coiled at the bottom of the base of your spine. You're very good at like bringing it up. You know how to work with sexual energy. I think some of you quite consciously actually work with sexual energy. Drop it down below if I caught that with you. Some of you are very good with this. You might practice tantra. People could say very often that you're the best they've ever had. I think, wow. So you could be somebody that's very skilled and experienced in the bedroom. And I think that shows. I think you've got like BDE. You've got that confidence that comes off of you. Definitely very lusty vibes, but not creepy. Not creepy, which is nice. But you've got a strong sexual appetite, and I think it really, I think it evokes that in other people. You know how like Scorpios will do that? You'll meet a Scorpio and it's like, Zadow. If you're sensitive to energy, they pull out all the darkness and like the crazy shit. So you could be a Scorpio, but you could be somebody that like, that's funny. Did I catch that? Let me know down below if I did. You probably won't if you're a Scorpio. God, you guys are mysterious, but for real. So okay. And then the Pride deck. Let me go to the Pride deck for some of you. I think some of you could be wonderful, sorry. You could be like stud types, 10 of Wands. You've got a beast that lives within, friend. I can feel it. Pile 2. Shit. You've got an appetite. 10 of Wands. It is a burden. It's heavy. I think it's intimidating for some people. And I don't mean to like make you, it's great. Don't get rid of it. Don't try to downplay it. Really don't. Like, lean into it even. Lean into it, because the right people that are for you, that you are really going to enjoy sexually, are going to be the people that respond to this intensity. So don't worry about it. You're not going to be even as satisfied if you try to tone down this intensity to make other people feel comfortable. The right people will gravitate towards that intensity. So remember that, okay? And actually, it's a lot more attractive than you think. Some people just need time to adjust, to take it in waves, right? Yeah, I think you have a very dirty mind, and I think I'm hearing the king of the double entendre. So you could be amazing at like subtly dropping like a sexual thing into like a conversation. Like where people are like, did that mean? Like, you're very good at that. So I think that's very cool. With the Seven of Cups, you're also very good at stimulating people's imaginations. You're somebody that gets people's fantasies going. You've got very main character vibes. You're somebody that would like walk into someone's life and like change the plot. You've got that. I'm hearing beautiful stranger. So you've got like mysterious vibes. But you definitely stimulate the imagination here. You're very fantastical. Some of you, if you're feminine, I'm hearing manic pixie dream girl. So you could have manic pixie dream girl vibes. You could be into like anime. You could have bright colored hair. You could be like a gamer. With Page of Swords, you've got a lot of eyes on you. A lot of people cyber stalk you. Oh my god, everything just flew out. So that's lots of people cyber stalk you. You know what? You could get inundated by energy when you're on social media or on your phone. And I think that taking breaks and clearing your energy more is going to be really helpful to you, pile 2. Knight of Cups. You're also really romantic. You are a romantic. And I think people can sense this about you. And they want to feel it. And I don't think that you can maybe tell this about you, like, from the get-go. But, like, people have that vibe that, like, maybe you'd write a poem about them. Or, like, a song. Or something. Like, they're not sure, but they think. And they want to know. And, yeah. And there's something very charming about it. Like, when you're with somebody, you've got this, like, Ryan Gosling, like, look. Where, like, you look at them like they're the only person in the fucking world. It's so hot. You know how to make people feel special, pile 2. You've got that, you know how to radiate, like the self-love that you radiate shines into other people. Like, and they want more. God. It's intense. I think you might love people unconditionally. I'm like, what is this? I don't recognize this. I think it's unconditional love. Pile 2. Beautiful. Beautiful energy, pile 2. Gorgeous. Okay. I want to do... For some reason, I'm drawn actually towards the romance oracle, which doesn't feel like it would really apply on, like, your sexual energy. But it is, for some reason. Okay. Playfulness. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. So playfulness. So you've got a really playful energy. Your inner child could shine through. You know how to make jokes. You know how to take a joke. I mean, I don't love it when people say shit like this, but, like, I'm hearing, like, I'm not too sensitive. Like, I don't know, people, like, that are like that, whatever, they like that about you. You let things slide off. You're very, you let things roll off your back, and slide off your chest. And I'm actually really, I keep getting vibes that you could have listened to pile 1. So you could have been listening to pile 1, and then now you're listening to pile 2. So maybe you're just watching the whole reading through, which, like, how cute, thank you. But otherwise, you could have just resonated with both piles. So if not, maybe go back and watch pile 1. You could resonate with parts of that too. And remember to take what resonates and just leave what doesn't. So if it doesn't hit you, then, like, it's just not for you and you don't have to worry about it. You can leave it. Don't overthink it. Typically, like, if you are overthinking it too much, it's a sign that it's not resonating with you. So, okay. Okay. Pile 2, love you. Bye. All right. Pile 3. If you chose the volcanic ash owl, this is your pile. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna start here. What is your sexual energy, pile 3? What kind of sexual energy do you radiate? It is strong. Your energy is strong. You walk into a room. You hit people in the face with your energy. I love it. It's powerful. So you are not a wallflower. I think you are somebody with a big personality. I think you are outgoing. I'm hearing some people can't handle me. Some people don't know what to do with me. So you might even be somebody that like very outrightly understands that you are a big personality. And you are strong. I'm getting that but also, you know what? Some of you are also just strong silent types. So some of you are just very physically strong and very physically intimidating, but you're actually quite soft inside. But there's something about your dominance that's very felt and understood, and this is energetically or physically. It could also just be like the strength of your voice and personality is very energetically strong, even if you're not aggressive. Like you could just be very exuberant, and so your energy just like radiates, right? There's something about that. I think what's interesting here is that I think if you are a physically big person that's very sweet internally, I think that you could worry, and I think you're getting freaked out by this, but I think you could worry that about taking up too much space or radiating too much of your power. Fuck that. Don't do that. Because here's the thing, that actually I think puts you in a position to get used and abused, which is not where you're supposed to be at, because you are a very powerful person and you actually are very intuitive too, and you know when you're being fucked with. And I think that you're so afraid of coming off aggressive that you don't stand up for yourself sometimes. And then I know I'm going off on a tangent now, but that could be something here. But like people really, like most people would not fuck with somebody like you. And don't be afraid of the fact that like you're physically strong and that's scary. Good. You're physically strong and that's scary. Good. Own that. Walk into a room, be scary. That was like one of the most powerful things my guides ever told me. Is I remember I went to a party and this guy like told me that I went to high school with, and I was like, hi, it's so nice to see you guys. I haven't seen you forever. And he goes, oh yeah, and like we got talking about high school and like nostalgia, and he goes, oh yeah, I remember being really scared of you in high school. I was like, scared? What the fuck? Like, I'm scary? And I had heard that a lot of times in my life, that people were scared of me. I'm an intense person. And I remember my spirit guides at one point were like, good, be scary. You know? And it was just this energy of like, fuck it, be fucking scary. Scare some fucking bitches. Because you know what? That's a lesson for them too. That's powerful. That's impactful to be scary. What does that mean? You've threatened somebody and you've triggered them. What does that mean? That means they've been given an opportunity to learn a lesson. Will they take that opportunity? Well, that's on them. Okay? That's none of your fucking business. So walk into the room, be scary. Because it doesn't mean you're scary. It means people are scared of you. Very different. Right? If you're walking into the room, yelling and screaming bloody murder, insulting people, okay, you're trying to be scary. But if you're just doing you, having fun, setting your boundaries, being strong, loving yourself, somebody else's reaction to that is 100% their issue. Why did I go into that fucking diatribe? I'm sorry. Okay. Pile 3. Do I just have a bunch of like sex addicts in this reading? What is going on here? Do I attract? Is this what I'm attracting? Okay. I'm learning a lot about myself right now. With the devil here, pile 2 also got the devil. Is somebody watching all 3 readings? Okay, go ahead. So you could resonate with pile 2 because we also got the devil in pile 2. So you have a very strong sexual appetite. You are a horny motherfucker. Like you are just... This actually, you might legitimately have a sex addiction here. Right here. This person might. But, okay, but here's the flip of it, is you struggle a little bit with indulgence, overindulgence, and things. Okay, and especially dark things. Things that are draining, can be draining to your energy, can be creative in healthy doses, can be destructive in unhealthy doses. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's like this creative but destructive energy that people love about you. Very tortured artist. Are you an artist? You're a musician? Very tortured artist vibes with this. So people love that about you. I mean, my God, you've got that like bad boy with a guitar that like had a tough past. Like you've got that. You've got that down. Or bad girl, like smoking a cigarette, fucking under, you know. I had a friend that like, she would call the mask that I used to wear, my Queen of Swords mask, my like I'm too cool for you mask, as a cool girl under the bleachers smoking a cigarette. That's what she used to call it. So I think about that. So this could be like cool girl under the bleachers smoking a cigarette, right? Like you wear this mask of kind of like tough, badass, and it's not inauthentic. Like you genuinely have struggled and you've have hardened because of what you've gone through, and I think people know that, and I think some people like respect your battle scars, and there's something like sexy about your battle scars, and people want to like kiss your wounds. There's something really like beautiful about that, very sensual about it, and I think that you have a very poetic soul, and so you have an ability to transmute that pain into art that people find very attractive. And I think what's funny is I think that you try to be tough, or you try to lean into being kind of like that person that doesn't give a fuck, but at the same time, what people actually find the most attractive about you is your softness, because it already comes through. Like that other stuff already comes through, like the toughness and like that I don't give a shit, like it comes through already just in who you are. But the softness, it's like people can tell that like they're witnessing something, that it's not something that happens every day. And that's a privilege. When you open up to people, they feel like they were let in on something. And so it's special. People feel special to be in your energy. And so it makes them glowy, makes them feel good. That's part of what your sexual energy does. Is this literally the third card? Oh my God, these readings are just getting crazier as I go. Okay, yeah, but that's the type of sexual energy that you exude. But I feel like I want to get a little bit more details here, because I went on that diatribe. So let me get more on like your sexual energy that you radiate. Let's see if we can get a little more here. Sexual energy that they radiate. 5 of Wands. Damn, you get people hot and bothered. Okay, so 1, you're very good at banter. You're good at debates. So you're good at like the play fighting, play wrestling, play fighting. Like you're good at like you mimic people, mock people, roast people. There's like that. You've got kind of an edgy humor, I think, that's fun for people. Maybe even a dark humor. I think you can be argumentative, but people kind of like it. Like they like that you are passionate and you stand up for what you believe in. I think a lot of people, I think it's very attractive to people that a lot of people want you. There's competition for you. And I think they know that, and I think you know that, and I think people know that you know that. Like people know that you know you're the shit. Which is a little intimidating. But cool, in my opinion. Like I would think that's hot. So people think that's hot. Okay. Let's see what else. What other sexual energy do you exude? Knave of Swords. Okay. Knave of Swords is the Page of Swords. I'm hearing Somebody's Watching Me. That song. So definitely, you've got a lot of eyes on you. That's another part of your sexual energy, is your ability to draw people towards you, to make people watch you. Now I'm hearing applause. You could be an entertainer of some kind. You could put on performances. People could find that really sexy. You could be a natural entertainer. You know how to drive people wild. You just know how to pull things out of people, emotions, sensuality, energy. Like, you're a low-key energy worker. You could be a psychic. You could be a healer. You could be somebody that does energy work for sure. You could do Reiki. Damn, and you're, like, very, very attractive, pile 3. Like, it's kind of gross. Like, you're, like, very attractive. Like, people could really think, like, you're out of their league. You know how they say, like, and I really think this is true, that, like, if you're a very good-looking person, that you actually get approached less than people that are not as good-looking? Yeah. I think it's true because people are intimidated. So I think that that's something that actually might happen to you, pile 3, is you could experience this quite a bit. You could have a lot of people watching you, but very few people approaching you. But don't take it as a sign as anything other than you're just a badass bitch. Okay, love you.